Hi guys. Okay, so I've had two trades using one strategy and made £500, as you can see on the screen here. So on Monday I made £303.60, and on Tuesday, which is today, £240. So not a bad start to the week, and it was just using the one strategy, my favourite breakout strategy, which, if your regular viewers know, you will know it is the London Breakout Strategy. It's such a simple strategy, and I'll show you how I made that money. Okay, so here we are. We've got the Euro USD. Okay, and this box here is, this greyed out box here is the Asian session. Now, if you're new to trading or knew nothing about trading, you'd look at that. These are 5-minute candlesticks, so each of these candlesticks are 5 minutes worth of trading. If you'd look at that and you'd say, well, during those hours, those 8 hours of midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning, UK time, it's staying in this range. So common sense would say that when it breaks out this range, and this is why it's called the London Breakout, because at 8 o'clock when the London session opens, you can see it's broken out. So common sense would say, well, it's been in that range for so long, then obviously when it breaks out, that's the direction it's going to stay in. Maybe not for the whole day, but obviously for a certain period of time. And this is what I do. So I went short here. So the first candlestick, 5-minute candlestick after that. And literally I set my order for 20 pips and with a trading stop of 15. And the trading stop moves in the direction. As the price moves in my favour, then the trading stop moved down. So I minimised my losses as well. And as you can see, it went down, down, down. And in fact, it went, you can see, as I say, you don't need to be an expert in trading. Any person can look at this and see the trend is going down. So essentially it's a breakout strategy, but also you're trend trading as well, even if it's only for a short period of time. You see it goes all the way down, and it goes down more than 20 pips. I think it went down about 40 pips altogether down here, but you can't time the market to get all of the price movement. And this is where fear and greed comes in. You know, you're either fearful and you don't take the trade, or you're very sort of greedy and you want more out of the market than you can get, and you know you can't force the market. It's better to take 20 pips, which is a good return, which may be the £300, rather than going for maybe 30 or 40, because it doesn't always happen this way. So that was Monday. As you see, it comes back up even by 10 o'clock. I mean, that all happened at 8 o'clock. Just after 8 o'clock, all happened within about under 2 hours to get that £300, which is really good. And then we stay out the market for the rest of the day. I'm quite happy with that profit for Monday. And then we get on to Tuesday. And I've drawn this box in here. So simply midnight, start of the Asian session here in the UK. And I've drawn around it to 8 o'clock in the morning my time. And as I say, even if you're no expert on trading, you would look at that and you'd say, well, for those 8 hours, the price has been in a range. So you're not going to make any money trading that, because obviously there's not enough volatility there. It's 11,103. It's only 16 pips. So there's no good opportunities to obviously trade. So that's why traders like to trade a breakout, because when it does break out after those 8 hours, then you know it's pretty sure 9 times out of 10 that it's going to stay in that direction for a short period of time. Now maybe 9 out of 10 times is a bit high, because my hit rate's not nearly as high as that. But that's what you're working on, the basis of probabilities, and that's what traders work on the breakout strategy. Any breakout, you're looking at to break out from a range. But obviously, you know, London breakout session is one of the most popular ones, and there are many variations of it. So I use 5-minute candlestick charts. So first 5 minutes out of there, I traded it this morning. So it was yesterday, it was short, this time it's long. Went in there and it went all the way up to there, and I think I just about got my 20 pips. As I say, it was all automated, my trade, 21. Actually, it was about 20, but it was almost about 30 pips. And then it starts coming back down again. And then we go right through live now to what's just gone 4:30 here. It's come back up again. Yeah, so it was a nice breakout there. And I also could have I mean, I could have traded either, because the London Breakout Strategy is probably more popular on the pound against the US dollar. Obviously, being here in the UK, the pound, but also you can use it with the euro USD, and obviously the euro is traded very much during the London session as well as the pound. So that's a very good one to trade against the US dollar on the London Breakout Strategy as well. And I do use either, so I'll either use the pound against the US dollar or the euro against the US dollar. And today was the euro US dollar, but I could have traded either. So if we have a look at the pounds, this is the pound US. Okay, and this is Monday, and I didn't actually trade it on Monday, so I haven't actually put any indicators on here. I haven't actually highlighted the Asian session. But you know, if you're to look at this, you can probably tell where the Asian session, I'll just move it across, where the Asian session has started and where it's finishing. So you can anybody with a naked eye can see that, look, this is the Asian session here, very tight range, and you can see it's broken out here. Okay, and this is where it did end. So it was 7:05, 7:55, 8 o'clock in the morning, and yet again, just similar to the euro, similar to the euro USD, because pound in US and euro USD are correlated pairs moving in the same direction, almost symmetrical, and it's gone down really quickly. So I could have traded this as well, because if I traded this, where are we, 8 o'clock, if we've gone to 8:05, 12, what are we, 13,296, and it's gone all the way down to, 76, about 30, but it starts to go back up and it comes back down again. So I could have traded the pound against the US. And I think I went with the euro US because the actual pip range in the Asian session was narrower, which means you normally get a better chance of a breakout, and it broke out first, so I went with it because it broke out first, and I'm glad that I did. So this strategy is fairly straightforward. You're not looking at it and thinking, do I go in now? Or, is it going to be a reversal? Is it not? You have fairly systematic rules where it breaks out the Asian session, long or short, that's the way you go. And you set your stop. And normally you just set it and leave it. And I've started using a trailing stop to minimize losses. And that's how you do it. So there's no emotion involved. And yes, it sounds very simple, too good to be true, but that's how it works. But it doesn't always win. As I say, August was a losing month for me. July was a very good month before that, but then August was a losing month, and September's been a slow start. But you've got to have patience. If you keep your losses, when you do have losses and you're losing streaks, if you keep your losing streaks, those losses on the losing streaks low, then if you're patient, then you reel in the big trades like these. Now, tomorrow's another day. As far as I can see, forex factories, no big news reports coming out, but it's another day. Might not be so lucky, if lucky is the right word. So, you've got to always be wary of risk management when you're doing this. So if we go here, now this is the US dollar basket, which is a basket of currencies which are measured against the US dollar. And I always look at this because it's a good indicator if you're trading the euro or the pound against the US dollar. 6 currencies in there. You obviously got the pound sterling. You've got things like the Swedish krona, the Swiss franc. 6 currencies altogether. The main one is the euro. I think the euro makes up about, it makes up a really high percentage. Something like 37% or 50%. Something ridiculous. It's a really high percentage. So obviously I was trading the euro, but it also affects the pound as well, because the pound is high up in the weighting as well. So I always look at the US dollar basket. Obviously, if the US dollar basket is going down, then that means it's likely that the euro and the pound will be going up against the US dollar, and vice versa. If it's going up, then it's more likely that the euro or the US dollar will be going down. So today, where are we? See, it's 25, 8:30. See, it was coming down. It was coming down, so it was on this nice downward trend. So that gave me confidence with the euro going up. And then we get to here, and this surprised me because there was a news report coming out at 9, but as far as I can see on Forex Factory, it was only a low impact or medium impact, which usually doesn't affect the volatility of the currencies so much. But obviously something's affected that, because you can see the wick, it's gone all the way down here. And in fact, my trailing stop had moved, and I was almost at the 20 pips. And I was only checking on it because I've got alerts from my watch, and I could quite easily have closed it beforehand, but because it had come back up here. But then I thought, well, it's hit this wick before, it's liable to come back down again. And sure enough, it did come down slightly, not all the way down to the wick, but it did. And as you can see, it's come back down again. And even now it's come back all the way down, because obviously the euro and the pound are going up. So they work in opposite directions. So I would use the dollar basket as a good indicator of what is going to happen to the euro and the pound against the US dollar. So that's another, indicator you can use. So yeah, that's what I was checking for today, just to obviously see the way it was going. But as you can see, right from the start of the day, it was on this downward trend. So, that boded well for obviously the pound and the euro against the US dollar. And as I say, I could have traded either pair today and been okay. I think yesterday might have been slightly different. I don't think the pound quite made the 20 pips. And say, you don't always get the full 20 pips, and you can never capture the whole of the market. But, as I say, 2 trades in 2 days, and 1 strategy, and £500. And those altogether, the time those trades took, they were very quick. I think yesterday was it was closed in 2 hours, and today was about an hour. So it's about 3 to 4 hours. I was done by early this morning, I think by about 9:30 or so, and I was done yesterday by about 10 or so. So yeah, 3 to 4 hours, £500, 2 trades, 1 strategy, as simple as that. I mean, you can't beat it. So yeah, a good start to the week. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, I've had a good start so far. So long may it continue. And if you want to see more clips of how I trade the London Breakout Strategy, pop along to Running Trader, and you'll see plenty more over there. Okay, have a good week, everyone.